that's been waiting on me all day. And this is not for anybody to respond. This is just for me to talk about it and just get it off my chest. Hopefully, I'll feel better by the end of this night talking about it. So, I wanted to let y'all know what soul contracts mean to me. And the reason why I was thinking about it because I was thinking about a few peoples in my past that thought they had a soul contract with me when they didn't. And they refused to see the difference between being infatuated with me and being a soulmate. Sometimes you can have twin flames, but it's still not meant for y'all to be together. I had so many twin flames in my past, and I didn't think I was ever going to end up with them, like spending the rest of my life with them. And sometimes it was sad to even think that way because I was so hoping that something would click. You know, we would have something in common. We would connect with each other on a deeper level. We would have more things in common as we talk and as we hang out. But sadly, things got cut short. And I noticed there's one thing in common with all these guys that I had with was the fact that none of them lasted longer than 2 to 3 weeks with each other. Some of them wouldn't even last longer than a week. So when I start dating peoples, I know instantly because of my intuition, because of my third eye, I have the gift to know things that's going to happen in the future. And it's not, trying to jinx the relationships or, trying to speak ill of it and assume that it's not going to work. I just know off the back whether or not we're going to click and if we're going to last long. So the last 3 relationships I had, I did see a future with one of them. And I wanted to take my time with this person because I thought this person was special. And I didn't think of what type of relationship we was gonna have or if we was gonna create any memories, whatever. So I was like, let's just go along with the flow. Now, a soul contract is when you have soul ties with somebody and y'all have a bond, not just in the real world, but in the spiritual realm as well. And once you meet somebody that you have a soul contract with, you have a soul bond with, it's never going to go away. And I'm not putting it out in the universe or the world. I'm just speaking facts. Because a lot of people don't know what a soul contract is. This is why they always question me about what is a soulmate, what is a soul contract, what's a soul bond, a soul tie. So with these 3 guys, just like my last few exes for these past 15 to 20 years, I felt so much connected with some of them because we knew what we was talking about when we was saying certain things to each other. We thought of the same things. We felt the same way about certain subjects and how we look at families and futures. It was similar. So it kind of made me feel good. And then I started to get to know one of them as the weeks go by. Surprisingly, he lasted for longer than a month or two. And towards the end of the summer, something told me that this man was not going to last longer than that. So to me, I just thought this was just going to be a summer relationship. It wasn't going to last longer than the summer. And I was right. And it wasn't because of my doing or my saying, it was because of his doing and how he didn't think he was going to get caught in his actions. So typical me, I was like, okay, we're going to end up just being friends or we're just going to move on. And something in me was like, but we're going to have a soul tie because we love the same way and we love hard. We thought of the same things. Like families and relationships means a lot to us. And we care so deeply about keeping family together that we was willing to sacrifice just to keep that together. So he asked me if I wanted kids. He asked me where do I see myself in 5 to 10 years. if I wanted to get married. And I was like, yeah, I want 3 kids. I wanted to get married. I wanted to live in a beautiful, quiet, family friendly neighborhood. And I wanted to have the career of my dreams. I wanted to go back to school. All those was my dreams and goals. And all his dreams and goals was just to have a relationship, just to have a family, nothing else. And he claimed to be this DJ, and he claims to work at Walmart, no, Lowe's. And I was like, okay, well, you got to start somewhere, right? So we had a conversation a month after we broke up because I guess he got sick and tired of my silence. And I didn't think I was going to hear from him ever again, because when I caught him his lie about cheating on me and about being dishonest about certain things, he wanted to have a conversation about making things work, being forgiven, and I wasn't ready for that. In my heart, he wasn't the one for me. So what I was trying to say to him, like I said to everybody else, don't take it the wrong way about what I'm gonna say to you, but we might be twin flames, but we're not soulmates. And sometimes twin flames could be good, sometimes it could be bad. But it's also called a karmic twin flame. And he was a karmic. He wasn't a soulmate. So after looking up online and speaking to some peoples and listening to videos on what karmic soulmates are, or karmic twin flames and real soulmates, and how to tell the difference, I made it clear that me and him was not going to ever get together ever again, because we was never the same. Come to find out. And I learned a lot about him all within 6-7 months. And what I didn't like was he had a lot of, questionable past that I didn't know, that he had so much secrets he was hiding, and I couldn't take it. So I slowly left him alone, and then I met somebody about 2 months later. So this was in October, and I started seeing somebody else, and I didn't want to be with him right away, but I wanted to be friends with him, because when he lived down south, I was up here. So I thought common sense would be like, okay, y'all live too far from each other, so y'all cannot be together. I always say long distance relationships never work, because it's the distance. And if you working and I'm working and we don't have time to see each other, or if you working and you work more hours than me, chances are you're not going to be able to see me. And then when it comes to traveling, are you willing to travel up to New York to see me? This was my question to a lot of people that I met, and 9 times out of 10 they kept giving me the same answer: I don't know. We would make it work, but I don't know. That's not a confident answer that I need to rely on. I need to hear the word yes or no, so that way I know what to do and move on to the next person. So three peoples later, I end up meeting somebody new. Now everybody's out here like, damn, you meeting a hell of a lot of guys, and none of them ended up your boyfriend. And I'm like, okay, Ann, is that bad? I wasn't expecting for all of them to be my boyfriend. It's like, seriously, why can't we just start up being friends and get to know each other, and let's see where it goes? Because chances are we might not see the same things the same way. And two, you live so far from me. So can you really blame me for not wanting to pursue a relationship with you because of the fear of not being able to be with you physically? I'm not going to have phone relationships or over the internet relationships. That's not what I do. So I'm trying to get these people to understand me very clearly and understand who I am and what I need. I have needs, and my needs is going to be met with or without you. And like I said, I wasn't trying to be mean or anything like that, but I wasn't going to be settling just for a phone conversation and friendships and be infatuated with you forever. So I'm about to record part 2 of this video, and I will tell you at the ending of all these past friendships and relationships that I had.